Hello and welcome everybody to today's video. Today I'm going to talk about the book called the Sefer Hachinuch. And it's one of the most foundational and mysterious works of the Jewish literature, called the Sefer Hachinuch, or the Book of Education. It is a comprehensive guide to the 613 commandments of the Torah, but what makes it so unique isn't just what it details, but why, and the enduring mystery surrounding the man who wrote it. The identity of the author of the Sefer Hachinuch is a truly scholarly riddle. He gave us only one cryptic clue, identifying himself in the introduction as a Jew of the house of Levi in Barcelona. We know the book was composed in Spain sometime between approximately 1255 and 1285 CE. For centuries, tradition attributed the work to the great legal authority Rabbi Aaron Halevi, known as the Ra'ah, who lived in Barcelona around that time. However, modern scholars have largely rejected this idea. They found significant undeniable contradiction between the philosophical and legal views expressed in the Chinuch and the known rulings of the Ra'ah. So, while we continue to study his brilliant work, the author himself remains an enduring anonymous member of the House of Levi, a 13th century scholar in Barcelona. Why did this anonymous genius write this massive work? The author himself tells us he wrote it for the education of his son and his son's friends. He hoped to awaken their hearts and connect them on a deep level to the commandments of the Torah. The pedagogical goal is why the book is so clear, so philosophical, and so inspiring. The author was a brilliant scholar, and his legal discussions lean heavily on the ties of the golden age of Spain. But note that he loyally follows Maimonides of Rambam in his specific enumeration of the 630 commandments. He also draws extensively on the work of Nachmanides of Ramban. The Sefer Hachinuch is a systematic and comprehensive book detailing all 630 mitzvahs of the Torah. But unlike Maimonides' work, which grouped the commandments by topic, the Chinuch has a unique practical structure. It's organized according to the order in which the commandments appear in the weekly Torah portion or Parsha. This makes the book an ideal partner for weekly study, allowing a person to connect the law to the specific verses being read in the synagogue each Sabbath. The four components of every mitzvah for each of the 613 commandments, the Chinuch provides a structure and detailed analysis which breaks down into four essential components. Source: citing the exact biblical verse in the Torah from which a commandment is derived. 2. Halacha, law, a concise summary of the practical Jewish law for its observance, primarily based on the legal code of Maimonides. And 3. Applicability, who is obligated by the mitzvah, such as men, women, priests, kohanim, and under what specific circumstances it applies, such as only in the land of Israel or only when the temple is standing. The shoresh, the root and reason. And finally, the fourth component, the most original and most celebrated part of the work, the shoresh, which means root or reason. The author provides a philosophical, ethical, or spiritual purpose behind the commandment. This is where the author introduces his central, profound psychological insight, arguing that a person is shaped by his actions. He maintains that by habitually performing the mitzvah, a person's character and inner spirit are refined, elevated, and ultimately perfected. A Torah of the Torah's command. The Chinuch doesn't have traditional chapters, but rather 613 discrete discussions across the 5 books of the Torah. Let's quickly look at what each book contributes. Bereshit, Genesis, covers the earliest commandments from creation, including the commandment to procreate and the covenant of circumcision. Shemot, Exodus, focuses on the Exodus, the giving of the Torah at Sinai, the 10 Commandments, and extensive laws on justice, loans, and construction of the tabernacle. Vayikra, Leviticus. This is the heart of sanctity and holiness. It details its sacrificial system, purity laws, a famous ethical command to love one neighbor as oneself. Bamidbar, Numbers, discusses the Israelites' journey, the laws for the Levites, the system of tithing, the commandments like wearing of tzitzit, the fringes on a four-corner garment. Devarim, Deuteronomy contains Moses' final discourse, focusing heavily on ethical principles and the establishment of a just judiciary and government and the laws pertaining to the King of Israel. In conclusion, Sefer Hachinuch remains a vital work not just for its accurate legal summary, but because it connects practical religious observance with a profound philosophical and psychological insight. It's a book that asks us not just to do the mitzvot, but to understand and embrace their power and transform us. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. All the best. Bye.